Breathe a word about this, and that will be your end.
Chief Abaje threatened to eliminate the doctor if he ever exposed his evil mission about stealing his best friend's son, and this was the action that led to his downfall. Chief Abaje had risen from nothing, climbing the slippery ladder of politics with a determination so fierce that many feared him more than they respected him. His name echoed across the region. Everything he touched turned to influence, wealth, and control. Yet, in the privacy of his home, one insecurity ate at him like a silent parasite, and it was about his lineage and legacy. For generations, his family had been ruled by the unshakable belief that a man's legacy must be carried by a son. And though his wife had given him 2 beautiful daughters, he saw them not as blessings, but as reminders that his family name would one day fade without a male heir to inherit his political throne. When his wife's 3rd pregnancy came, Chief Abaje built his hopes like a fortress. He made promises to elders, planned an elaborate naming ceremony, and even spoke confidently to his closest friend, Chief Orokpo, a man with whom he had shared ambitions, secrets, and political battles. Their friendship was deeper than most people understood. They were brothers in greed, rivals in success, yet bonded by a mutual hunger for power. Coincidentally, Chief Orokpo's wife was also pregnant, and because of the closeness of the men, their wives spent their days in each other's company, attending antenatal visits together and sharing the burdens of pregnancy like sisters. When the time for delivery arrived, fate placed them in the same hospital on the same night, under the same roof of quiet chaos. Rain battered the hospital building with restless force, as if nature sensed the storm that was about to be unleashed inside those walls. Chief Abaje's wife was the first to deliver a girl. Chief Orokpo's wife delivered shortly afterward, and it was a boy. In an instant, something dark ignited inside Chief Abaje, something born from desperation and entitlement. He could not accept what life had given him. He would not let destiny deny him what he believed belonged to him. Driven by greed, he approached the doctor privately, proposing an unthinkable act to swap the newborns. The doctor, a man sworn to protect life, refused in horror. But Chief Abaje was not accustomed to refusal. His voice turned to threats. He threatened to put the doctor's entire family under severe pain with his connections. So, under pressure and fear, the doctor switched the babies. The baby boy was given to Chief Abaje, while the baby girl went home with Chief Orokpo. Nurses were bribed and frightened into silence too. The hospital records were tampered with, and within hours, the deception was sealed with secrecy. Years slipped by like sand through fingers. The boy grew in Chief Abaje's house, and the girl grew in Chief Orokpo's. Both children were innocent vessels of a mistake that none of them asked for. On the surface, peace remained, and no one suspected anything. But the truth has a strange way of surviving, even in silence. When the boy turned 5, the first crack appeared. His health deteriorated suddenly. He began experiencing episodes of severe weakness, unexplained fevers, and a rare blood disorder that baffled medical experts. His condition required regular flushing of his blood and immediate replacements during crises. One fateful afternoon, when Chief Abaje was out of town attending a political meeting, the boy fell severely ill. His mother panicked as she tried unsuccessfully to reach her husband. In desperation, she turned to the closest person she could trust, which was Chief Orokpo, her husband's best friend. Chief Orokpo rushed over with the urgency of someone who had always cared deeply for the boy. He carried the child to the hospital, fearing the worst. Inside the emergency ward, chaos met urgency. The doctors searched the hospital blood bank, but no matching blood was available. The situation was dire. Time was slipping away. With no other option, Chief Orokpo offered his own blood for testing, hoping at least to buy time for the boy's survival. The test came back shocking as the man's blood was a perfect match. Not a near match, but an exact one. The attending doctor, who was not the same doctor that was bribed, became curious. Knowing that they are not related at all, such compatibility between them was extremely rare. The match was so precise that it raised medical questions he could not ignore. After stabilizing the boy, the doctor quietly conducted deeper tests, driven by concern rather than suspicion. When he reviewed the results, he froze. Everything about the child's blood aligned with Chief Orokpo's genetic markers. It was as though the boy shared Orokpo's bloodstream, not Chief Abaje's. Unable to wrap his mind around the discovery, the doctor ran a DNA test. The results confirmed what science already whispered. The boy belonged biologically to Chief Orokpo, not Chief Abaje. With this, the truth, buried for years, had finally surfaced like a corpse rising from deep waters. The doctor was torn between professional duty and moral shock. He had no knowledge of the past exchange and no reason to suspect political foul play. Yet the truth stared at him, undeniable and heavy. With the guilt of the truth in his chest, she had no other option than to reveal everything to Chief Orokpo. Still confused about its possibility, they summoned the doctor that birthed the child, and after several questioning sections, he revealed what happened on the delivery night. All these happened while Chief Abaje was out of town, so when he returned, he walked into a fire created by his own hands. The hospital atmosphere had shifted. The staff whispered, his wife trembled, and his best friend stood with confusion and disappointment clouding his eyes. All this was happening because what had been hidden for 5 years now erupted into the open. The truth became a blade that sliced through relationships, trust, marriages, and alliances. Chief Abaje's wife broke down as she pieced together the strange behavior of her husband on the night of the deliveries. Chief Orokpo's wife remembered moments that never made sense, pointing to the child's odd resemblance to Abaje's lineage. At this point, families that once enjoyed unity became entangled in resentment and betrayal. The political world trembled as rumors circulated into the public, and opponents found a new propaganda to pin Chief Abaje down. But the greatest tragedy fell upon the children who had been exchanged like property in the shadows of ambition. Their identity, heritage, and sense of belonging were torn apart not by fate but by a decision rooted in selfishness. Chief Abaje, now confronted by the consequences of his actions, watched helplessly as everything he built, the fame and the presumed legacy, crumbled into the tin air. At that moment, he understood that it's better to wait for your time than moving through corners.